The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Backstreet Boy Marv.
No, I'm not your average Joseph. I was wondering with what angle you were going for with the glasses, but I get
white
it now.
cardigan, man.
I get it now. I get it now. Yeah.
You know? I want it Marv's way. Tell me why. You know? That's it.
Okay.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start this show.
Yeah, for 2 nights only, or is it you doing the whole week?
I do 2 night shows, because the first show sold out.
The first,
so I had to do another show for the people.
You got to do the second show.
It just would be wrong. You can't do people like that.
Come to the city only once in a few.
A few months. COVID time. That's kind of fucked up.
Okay, yeah.
Show them a little love. Stay for 2 days.
Back-to-back shows is the way to go.
Back-to-back shows, man. That's what I'm saying. Show them a little love. How are you today, man?
I'm fine, man. I got 1 more week extended off from work, so I've been doing the dance of joy, trying to figure out what I can do with my time off.
I think the thing is that I always find it a joy when you don't have to wake up to an alarm clock.
Yes,
because this is the prodigal son theory that I keep telling your ass. I have a few. I'm surprised you don't have a few. But my thing is I don't think our humanly bodies were made. You said this to me in a conversation before. You said that we're the only animals or creatures on the planet that work an increment of time.
Yes.
I don't feel like our bodies are made to just suddenly wake up out of things.
No.
Right? Because remember, some people are trying to gather where the fuck they are and all that type of stuff, whatever. Right. I don't think we're made for that kind of shock wake up type of thing.
Yeah.
So the fact that you don't have to have no shock wake up and stuff, and you kind of wake up on your body telling you, all right, it's time to get up.
Yeah.
I think that's a blessing. Yeah. Consider the fact that if you look at it now, as a child, hell, I was gonna say grade school, but take it further back than that, whatever. Say your parents had to get you together for daycare and stuff like that.
All right.
They have to do that. So you're basically getting up on their time. So you're not really waking up when you're ready to go partake on the day. Yeah. You're waking up on a schedule from some kids be 1 year old.
Wow, that's interesting when you put it in those terms. Because say if you're a person that doesn't go to sleep right away, right? And they say the body itself needs a certain amount of time
to wind down,
repair itself, and so forth, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you're a person who doesn't go to bed early, but still got to be up at the crack of dawn with that alarm clock waking you, right? And we're saying, it's good for the body to wake up naturally, because only the body really knows when it's ready. Shit. Okay, this is done, check. This is done, check. This is check. Okay, dude is ready to perform. Let's wake him up now. You wake up. Your alarm wakes you up before time. There's probably shit that's not even checked off on the body's list. So now you're all druggy. You feel away, going to the bathroom. Yeah.
Nah, man, I look at it. I remember I was talking to this one lady and stuff about that. And she said she went to a sleep study. When she went to a sleep study and stuff, they just kind of told her, I think within the hour, you want to try to wake up in an interval of 45 minutes. But how the fuck do you plan that if you take forever to go to sleep? I take forever to go to sleep. I'm a night owl.
Yeah, me too.
So naturally, and that's why I'm not really a morning person and stuff. So I always get screwed because I'm I know I have to wake up set time to get myself together to go to work.
Right.
The problem is and stuff for it to get wounded down and then to finally get into that notion, I'm oh man. And I thought it would have probably got better the older I've gotten, but now it's getting worse.
I was gonna say years of having a similar routine. These still that you still find yourself relying heavily on the alarm clock.
To wake up?
Yeah, if your alarm clock does not go off, are you totally screwed, or does your body have a clock that says okay?
Nah, my circadian rhythm is set.
Okay.
It's just set like that. So what pisses me off and stuff is that on my
days.
In my off days?
Yeah.
Yo, I want to have those fantasy moments where I hear people I slept for 12 hours. Bitch, I can beg to sleep for 5.
Yeah,
right?
I understand.
So
that
when
totally.
it comes to all those type of situations, I always get scared because I was like, I think they said by the age of like, I think your mid 40s, I believe they said your mid 40s. By the time you hit your mid 40s, you're sleeping. You're starting to lose sleep.
Really?
So things are starting to decline now. So like if you were doing like, let's say the 12-hour sleep people, they're not flinching. They still probably doing like 8 at their worst.
Right.
I'm at the most I could probably do is 6. The most I can probably do is 6.
Yeah, I'm probably around there.
I'm like average a night, probably about like maybe like less than 5.5.
But you think that? Do you think that's because of the decline, or do you think that's because your body's just accustomed to that rhythm?
I think
like,
my body's become
partly of that.
My body's become accustomed to the rhythm and stuff, right?
So if you had changed, let's say, profession, and you had a little bit more time to sleep in, let's per se, then maybe you'd average more sleep.
Probably not, because before. So before my job, I used to work. I did a 9:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan. I was a fan of the wake up.
Right.
Because I would set my alarm like the latest. It'll take me like probably an hour to get out the house. Okay. So I always program like an hour before I start work to say like, all right, this is the time I'll take to like shower, get ready, and go to work. Yeah. Man, I was tripping. So 9:30 to 5, I was doing it for probably about let's say a year. Okay. It was the winter tactics. When the winter tactics came along and stuff, whatever, it's dark. You leaving and stuff, you're like, shit. Yeah. You got to worry about dinner right now and stuff. You just left work, whatever, right? Right. Wake up was good. But I woke up on my own like around 7:30 programmed. And my alarm set for like 8. Because I start work and stuff. And I'm like, give myself 30 minutes to do the commute. Yeah. To get to work. It's been going down, man. So I was like, fuck. Then when I went back to like earlier time, because I'm like, yo, I feel like it wasn't good for me mentally to like in the winter taxes leave when it's just darkness. Yeah. So I said, all right, I went back to at that time I went to 8:30 to 4:30. And I was like, yo, still waking up at the same time. My body's telling me like 7 o'clock. Right. Wake your ass up.
That's it, yeah.
So I'm like, screw it, just do it. I just went to 8. So I do 8 to 4. I don't know. Hopefully I get right. That's my thing, but sleep is a must.
Yeah, but I get it totally. Like it's so weird. Like when you're coming home from work and it's like it's still in like the early stages of the hours, but it's like dark and you feel like I should be out cold right now. But that's the same thing I was talking about from before. Like with animals not having that concept of time. As soon as it's dark, they don't give a shit what time it is. It's lights out for them. Yeah, they're nocturnal, right?
They shut it down. Or the ones that nocturnal, they come wake up. They wake up ready for war.
Right. It's just us. We're constrained to the time. To the time itself.
That's a fact, man. It's heavy out there. Yes. Welcome to our time theory.
Welcome
to our time theory.
Hope you didn't get lost in the black hole of time.
No. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube. We see you.
You got time for that.
Sons.
You got time for that. Time to do that.
Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, and many, many more. Search us, love us, thank us. We thank you back. Welcome to the Podical Sons. Let's hit these polls real quick, man. We spoke about it last week briefly.
Yes.
And you and I had one little brief conversation and stuff on it. So I said, you know what, let me just post it, make it into a question, topic, post it. Yeah. Can you be friends with an ex? And 58% said, yes, they could.
58% said they're not like Marv. And they can. They can. There's no fear of them running off into the sunset with their significant other.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So I pose a question to you.
Right.
You invite your friends to your wedding.
Yes.
Would you invite your ex to your wedding?
Depends on how much of a friend. Depends on how much of a friend.
You had a lot of energy. You're like, yes.
Depends on how much of a friend. It's like, close friend. You know what I mean? And she knows who the person I'm going to get married to, then yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Say you broke up now. Mm-hmm. What's set X?
Right.
You broke up today.
Yeah.
You're sad, you're brokenhearted and stuff, whatever. It take you a month to kind of get back to your groove.
Right.
So we'll put it to like a year and a month later. Year and a month later. She's telling you and stuff, whatever. She's like, yo, I'm getting married and I would love for you to come to the wedding. And you're looking like, we just broke up a year and a month ago.
Right.
What do you mean you're getting married? Like, yeah, I thought you were the one, but this dude right here. It's like that Kanye and Taylor Swift. I know you had a good year, but Beyonce, yo, you thought you had a good run as my man, but this dude, he a brain surgeon. And he makes my heart sing. Please come to our wedding, not your average.
I'm gonna go.
Are you going to spite Marv? Because I feel like this is a spite Marv type of thing right here, kind of.
I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna show up with an escort.
With an escort? The titties out? Titties out in the top? Taught your ass.
I'm gonna pay top dollar
for the tops.
Just to turn up at your wedding, just to let you know, I too can play this game.
Why is she not playing the game, though?
No, she's not, but I'll be playing. I'll be playing.
This thing, right?
I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna show up, Mom. I'm just gonna show up with my pettiness. That's all.
Petty walk.
That's all.
Escort, won't you come my way?
we got a wedding to go to.
You're fucked. Yo.
I'll send out there to go catch the bouquet. Go catch the
bouquet.
You might be next, baby. Catch the bouquet.
Could you imagine he caught the bouquet? Who was that? Woo. And he's like, haha, my escort. You guys will never see her again. Oh my gosh. That's controversial.
Oh, bitches be mad. It didn't ruin my chances.
Could you imagine?
Didn't ruin my chances.
Yo, some chicks live forward for that, whatever, right? All right, here's my thing.
Okay.
I've noticed and stuff, whatever. Just me, when I go to a black wedding, it's not really a hassle for it. Because I feel like, maybe because this is just me, maybe because of the black people who are getting married.
Yeah.
And most of their friends are the marrying type anyway.
Right.
So it's not foreign for them not to get booed up or something like that, whatever, right? So it's kind of like, I bring my girl, we come to your wedding and stuff, whatever, and be like, we kind of good friends, birds of feather flock together.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll get married to my girl.
Right.
I've been to a Caucasian wedding, though. It's like a brawl for that damn bouquet.
It's like a...
So I'm like, yo, y'all not gonna get hitched? I'm 31, I'm single. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, and they catty like that, though, too, after a while.
What's in your heart, baby girl?
No, they supposed to be married already in their minds.
Yo, facts.
They supposed to be married already.
So it may not be a bad thing
Kids
with
and
that.
picket fence.
It may not be a bad thing how, some black women don't get married off like that so soon.
Yeah.
Because I guess they still have their wits about them. Because if you're in that kind of state of mind, I feel like you're in desperation mode. So anything that might seem kind of decent and stuff, whatever.
Right, you might just...
Yeah, you might get the rug pulled right under you.
And that's probably why they often get the rug pulled right from underneath them.
They get the divorce. This is my third marriage. I'm going to get it right this time.
The fourth, if you reach like the third marriage stage, get a divorce and thinking about your fourth, nah. Pull the plug. Pull the plug.
I said if I was to ever get married again, I would, and if it didn't work, touch wood. If it didn't work,
that's it.
I'm for the streets.
Yeah, for the streets.
I'm for the streets.
But you gotta be for the streets at that time. It'd be old news by then, bro.
You're fucked. What is in your heart today,
I'm just telling you.
You're firing up the That's what you're doing today.
I'm just telling you, man.
Well, I can't be at one of those. Okay, so the hair's
no, you can be a zaddy. You're right. You can be a zaddy. You can be a zaddy. You know,
with the the salt and pepper beard. Don't worry, I get them coming in.
No. I see it. Yeah, you could be. Yeah, you're right, Marv. Okay. I shouldn't underestimate you.
Thank you. Going what? Silverfoxes.com by that time.
Right.
Something's gonna happen for me. I'm just shocked that when it came to this, so many say yes, but then again, the ratio was not that far off. 58%.
Yeah,
that's not that far off.
No, it's not.
So I was scratching my head and stuff. And I'm like, I feel like deep down inside, we do want to be good people, good human beings, and everything. But if you cared for me or I cared for you, I feel the type of way that you would invite me to your a woman would invite me to her wedding.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what? A year and a month? Like, right after me? And you're like, yeah, you don't believe rebound men? And like, this is the person you're gonna get married to, whatever. I feel like you kind of just relinquish the time we had.
Yeah.
So I would feel the type of way, and I'll humbly, respectfully decline. I won't petty wop the shit with an
You ain't gonna
escort.
petty wop with
Nah. I'm gonna keep my dollars. I'm gonna feed myself, play some Post Malone. I fall apart. Yo. Fell in love with a war. Yo. I just do that. And I feel like it's the vice versa. I feel like it's the same way and stuff for that. If I was the one getting married, I wouldn't invite an ex because I would feel the type of way where
I see. I wouldn't invite an ex either. I from the perspective of how would my fiance, soon to be wife, feel about that?
Depends on the woman or the person. Because I mean, she might be with the shit. She's like, yeah, that miserable bitch need to see you go off in the sunset with me. No, because I remember I was with a girl one time, and it was crazy. Her and I never did anything. We were out on a date, right?
Right.
And I believe it was about 2-3 girls or something like that within the vicinity.
Yeah.
Now, one, I knew of another, I think I talked to her friend, and she was there when I picked up the friend. So she's not giving me a look, whatever, right? I think we're like in Forever 21 or something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And like I said, these 3 girls I had no relations with.
Right.
Right? And I didn't even sleep with their friend or anything like that. So now she see me and she just wants to be spiteful and vindictive.
Right.
So she goes to the girl I was with and she's like, he ain't worth it, just to let you know. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So then the girl now, she responds, she's like, why would you say that?
Right, yeah.
She's like, we know how he gets down. And she said, that was before you. Yeah. After me, he's a different person. Right. So she played along with it. So I was like, it's a wife. Like, yo, thank you.
Yeah.
So I explained to him, like, yo, I don't even know what even her friend's pubic hair or nipple even look like.
Right, yeah.
It never went past like a hug and a kiss.
Right.
Right? And then she's like, no, I know. There's some chicks out there just that spiteful.
Yeah.
So, and you know, like Bridezilla shit is real, right? So Bridezilla would be like, hey, babe, I was wondering if I could just, invite some friends and stuff, whatever. Wait, you used to date Trisha, right? She's your friend now?
Invite her?
Invite that bitch.
Invite her.
Let her watch us go off in the horse and carriage.
Trisha.
She's like, no, I don't think it. Invite her. If you love me, you invite her. So then, that's it.
Yeah.
Next poll was, if your lover's getting jumped by 3 people of the same sex as them, are you jumping in? And 82% said yes.
Yeah, man, I'm jumping in, man.
So you're official woman beater now.
Shorty getting a black eye.
Fuck.
You guys like,
yo, I always wondered about that and stuff. I said no. I was shook.
Yeah.
I was shook because I remember, like, here's the thing. It's so weird now. I feel like I'm at a toss-up. Like, I don't know where I stand in the world. And,
right.
And it's weird. Hear me out.
Right.
When I say that, I like to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the sleep thing. I like to try to expend my last bit of energy, go for a little evening walk.
Yeah.
Kind of power out my body some more, whatever. I tire it out. When I'm walking now, not saying this all Caucasians, not saying this all non-blacks.
Right.
But I don't know what you're avoiding me for now. Are you avoiding me because I'm black?
Mm-hmm.
Are you avoiding me because you think I have COVID? Or are you avoiding me because I'm a man?
Right.
Right?
Or all 3.
Or all 3. Because the thing is stuff is that I hear so many women say like men are creeps, men are this, men are that. I'm in my own zone.
Yeah.
So most of the time when I'm moving, I got my music playing. So if I'm just going to stuff, whatever, and then I see you go from I can see your face to like it's morphin' time. You put your mask on. You're clutching your purse this way.
Right.
I was like, am I a COVID crook now? Like,
so you get that a lot when you walk?
What?
For real, eh?
What? Y'all think it's just America?
No, because okay, I look at you and then I don't look at you as like some sort of menacing figure, but I guess I guess some women just look at men a certain way once they have that built up fear or maybe
of men.
Maybe an experience even
Yeah,
put them in that way.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With the experiences that they probably had and stuff, but I don't know them in a passerby, and I'm not asking for a kumbaya moment for us to have on the sidewalk,
Right.
and everything like that. But I mean, let's say this: in my area now, I've become accustomed to moving around and walking and stuff since like when the weather broke.
Yeah.
From like I guess like the April time.
Yeah.
To now, the people are kind of used to me.
Okay.
So I want to say like before there used to be like two older brunette types and stuff. But I want to say they're probably might be in their 50s or something like that.
Yeah.
They'll see me before and they just kind of carry on their conversation, going for their COVID strolls, whatever, right?
Right.
And then after they went to like a head nod to like, good evening.
Right.
Be like, how you ladies doing tonight? Good. Because I guess they just said like, oh, it's that young.
Pass you so
it's
many
that black.
times.
Exactly.
Right.
They passed me so many times. And much as like there was one time where I was walking like on the street, probably a few houses, like a few streets down from me.
Yeah.
And I cut through that area because it has a park area. So when I'm
Right.
coming back now, there's always a guy smoking or cutting his grass and stuff from that vicinity.
Yeah.
So some days I might see him cutting his grass, some days he might be on his balcony smoking.
Yeah.
And he greets me.
Yeah.
And before, he never used to say nothing to me.
Right.
So as I'm saying, I'm like, he's man. I
Yeah.
get it. So exclude the man factor and stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But as I'm saying, there's still other people and stuff, like other men or other like white men and stuff, or non-black men, excuse me. It's not just all white men.
Right.
But like, I seen a few Asians and Latinos and stuff look my way. They're like, it's morphing time. Yo, the mask come on. Go, COVID Ranger. Like, I don't know what the fuck they expect. So it throws me off. So I'm like, I get it. But no. My area is just different. So I don't want to put no extra fear on nobody and everything like that. Much as if my girl getting jumped,
Yeah.
I want to go part ways. So I don't want y'all to hit my girl no more. Because I don't think I'm going to get no cooch that night if, like, you know, she can't see where I'm coming from.
Right.
More ways than
More
some.
than one ways. More ways.
But that's why I look at it where I feel bad. Because, yes, protect and provide
Yes.
is in me.
Yes.
But I don't want to hit no woman, though.
But
they hit my woman,
what
though.
But there's 3 or 4 of them, right?
Three.
All right. One is holding your woman, right? The other one jumping off the
Turnbuckle?
the table, about to drop an elbow in your woman's ass. The third picking up a chair. They're not fighting fear, bro.
That's called WrestleMania. What the fuck you
They ain't
talking
fighting
about?
fear, bro.
So,
You ain't punching one shorty in the eye?
no. I'm gonna get the elbow one first.
You got to.
And then you gotta start swinging like Hulk Hogan and shit like that, and
You
Ultimate
got-
Warrior, because that sounds like WrestleMania
You
right
got
there.
to.
Why she got a chair? Where did the chair come from?
You're in the restaurant. That's what she jumping off.
Oh!
She's jumping off the table.
We fighting
And
in the restaurant.
Shorty getting the elbow off the table.
This guy.
You gotta sock it to one, bro. There's no parting ways at that point. They came to brawl.
He got a socket to him.
They came to brawl.
Socket to
You
him.
gotta sock it to him. Show him you and your girl ain't playing.
Yo, I know some women. I know tons of women. Even one that spoke to me about that poll.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, man. She's like, it's not his fight. It's our fight.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm there, it's our fight. She's like, it could be 5 guys. It's our fight. So I was like, she's not jumping in to break up. I'm like,
It's her fight.
no,
It's her fight.
I mean, yo, babe.
Look at me over here looking like a Backstreet Boy.
So I put the shades back.
Put your shades back on. I'm over here looking like a Backstreet Boy, babe. Duck.
Show me the meaning of getting boxed in your face. Tell me why. Yo, I don't know, man. I don't want to hit no woman. But duty calls.
Right.
I would muster up the courage and pony up with it. But first reaction, hell to no. I'm looking like, damn.
You don't even have to go in swinging, man. You just go in smushing. Just keep the palm open.
Yeah, I'm
the
trying to
5 fingers and smush, man.
Yeah, but
now you can't separate. Some of these women are too wild, bro.
All right, but hear me out. My thing and stuff is that you're doing in the smush, whatever. You want to smush.
Yeah.
They want to clock you. Like, yo, these chicks and stuff, they throwing fists.
That's when the smush turned to the fist.
So this was your story you're telling to the police.
That's when the smush turned to the fist. I was trying to separate it.
Okay.
I smushed aggressively.
All right.
Shorty pushed back.
Gotcha.
The one was flying off the table, ready to elbow my shorty. So that's when the smush turned to the fist.
Okay. Understood. I didn't understand grasshopper. Now I understand.
Now you gotta.
Now I get the meaning.
I had to clean house at that point.
Well, okay. Then if that be the case, now I know moving forward, automatically yes. Going with the smush, and the smush might turn into push to punch.
Listen, I remember I was in me and my cousin Kristen is still alive. We were walking in we're in downtown Manhattan walking. And this woman was walking towards us, and she had a blunt in her hand. But the way she was walking, she kind of owned the sidewalk.
So you like
and she
drunk or inebriated?
Yeah, so she kind of knocked my cousin kind of and they kind of hit shoulders and stuff like that. My cousin looked at her and she's like, "What, nigga? I cut you the fuck up." And I'm saying, now that's a chick that you gonna have to box. Not smush aggressively. You're going to have to box. And box good so she out cold. Because you don't want to get up to take that knife out.
This is true. Kill or be killed.
There you go.
Kill or be killed.
So in certain situations, Marv, you will muster it up.
Yeah, you're right. What we got going on this week? Let's talk about Kels, man. Kels found guilty. Are we happy? We put him. We officially put him away.
I'm happy for the victims who probably they suffered through it. No, this can't probably give them anything back. At least they have maybe can get some sort of closure. I think the nightmare is still going to continue for R. Kelly, because whether we want to admit it or not, he's a tortured soul to be doing all that stuff in the first place.
That's true.
So I think his nightmare doesn't end, and I don't know if they can get him some sort of help, get him the help that he's needed, but more importantly, I think this is the time where we gotta look at black men differently, look at black boys differently, see what kind of traumas that they might be facing in the household, because he lets you know, right? This is not something that it just popped up in his mind. He was abused when he was
his sister.
Yeah, he was abused when he was a young kid. So you say it all the time, hurt people, right?
Yeah, facts.
So I mean, we may not want to admit it, but I guarantee you there's more R. Kellys out there at this moment, right? And the only way to stop that is to just recognize some sort of pattern, recognize whatever type of childhood traumas that these kids might be going through, and try to break that curse.
Yeah. No, I like that. Well said. I look at it where, like I said, I always say from 0 to 17, they're children.
Yeah.
From 18 to, let's say, I always say when your God calls you, or your religious deity,
yeah,
right? That's like my average person might be till 70.
Right.
You're an adult longer than you are a child.
Yes.
So everything we should do to help prepare you, set child for the world. And a lot of issues and things that weren't dealt with from childhood, they do carry over and stuff, whatever, till now.
100%.
Right? You are part of the way you are from your experiences and stuff, especially through your childhood and certain things you see.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of being a great father because you've seen your father be a great father when you were younger, and you were around like that with him, right? To witness it. And as you got older, you were kind of doing your own thing until you became a father. And then your brain's kind of recollecting of what you saw and what you know.
Right.
So these issues, they stem deeper and longer than most people think, but I think we don't give a fuck too much about like celebrity type people or people with money, because we look at stuff as that you're supposed to use your money to help fix that,
to solve your problems.
But a lot of them don't tend to do that,
right?
They tend to use the money to just cover up some other things and stuff like that too. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, there's a woman and she was talking about like, she don't know how she gonna get a man if she don't have like a Brazilian butt lift. So I'm like, you shouldn't compare yourself to $22,000 worth of surgery though, like that you see on these chicks.
Right.
They're doing lips, breast, butt, stomach, all that type of stuff for them. I'm like, you have cake like that? If you have cake like that and you choose not to do that, whatever, then you can compare.
And also understand that the average man is not getting that woman who's not the average woman.
Exactly. Exactly.
You got to understand that. Like the woman who looks like that is not looking for the man that you're probably wanting.
Fam, I was on Bumble sometime, I think last week or the week before, and I seen two of them come up in the thing because I don't open the Bumble app like that.
Right.
And two of them came up just like that. And I was looking at stuff, I'm like, lips fake, tits fake, BBL, and I look at stuff, and I'm considering myself like an average man.
Yeah.
I couldn't swipe right on them.
Right.
No disrespect to them.
Right. But
I'm looking for an average woman.
Yeah.
I'm looking for like something that doesn't look store-bought.
Right.
Because I'm like, if I'm on there, like, all right, if I was on there for the purpose of just fucking, then I'd probably be like, swipe. But I'm looking at something like, I'm looking to trying to find somebody. So I'm looking like, no. And then I feel it for them too. Like the prettiest girl in the room, sometimes the loneliest girl in the room, right?
Yeah.
That shit's real. But I'm like, boo, you took yourself out of the equation from average. Like what you did.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like from when you play this, even if you're a woman, and I'm not shaming no woman listening and stuff for seeing this, but if you're a woman and you're doing your breasts to make yourself feel good,
right,
you're not the average woman.
No.
You can compare to how many people that done plastic surgery, how much in the world.
Right.
But the average woman in your city and your demographic does not go under the blade like that.
Right.
Not unless you live in South Korea. I think South Korea has like a vast capital. It's like 1 out of every 5 women have went under the knife.
Really?
1 out of every 5 women within the Seoul, Korea.
Wow.
The city of Seoul.
Damn.
So it's hectic. So I mean, if you're not in that kind of world and you're like, let's say a woman, a New Yorker or something like that.
Yeah.
Compare yourself to all the women who've done breast work and you guys are still winning.
Yeah.
As average women.
As an average woman.
Pertaining to the populace.
Right.
So I run.
Yeah.
I run.
Yeah.
So you're right. The average, we're not looking into the average people so much. It's the money people, the big wigs, the big shots. Because I felt the type of way in the beginning when it came to Robin Williams. So when Robin Williams died,
right,
because he committed suicide,
right,
they were like, somebody said they don't feel sorry for him because he had all this money. Why didn't he fix his issue?
Yeah.
And I said, I see where you're coming from, but my thing and stuff is that sometimes they try to get the most expensive thing or the most biggest thing or to kind of drown out the hurt.
Right.
Like I remember
so when they say they have all this money wanting to fix the issue, are they talking about like getting professional help for like some sort of therapy or? Mm-hmm. But you know, it's easy for us to say that, but a lot of times some of them don't even realize they need the help. Like a lot of times it's easier from the outside looking in. You're in a situation, sometimes you might not even know you're being affected by certain things and just carry on and have it as a norm, especially if your handlers are around you and treating you like what you're doing is the norm.
That's true.
You ain't going to be you're not going to clue into anything that was right. Mm-hmm. Look how much people signed off on what R. Kelly was doing.
Yeah. Remember he had a whole arsenal on TV.
Right? So if you're thinking if you have a mental illness, then everybody has a mental illness. That's what you're thinking. You can't be crazy because then everybody else around you who's signing off gotta be crazy too. And if they're all perfectly sane, then what you're doing is sane.
I don't know, but then okay, so when do you like does a light bulb go off when you realize and stuff like, damn, these are yes men or yes women around me? Because you're just kind of like they're I remember I can't remember which movie it was. It's like an old mob flick. And
yeah, but maybe it's not even looking at it as yes men, right? Think of the environment itself, right? Because I'm sure he's not the only entertainer who's been in those situations with maybe underage girls. He might be the only one locking their asses up and keeping them hostage. But underage women in Hollywood has always been a thing. It's in the music, and it's always been a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, baggage. What was it? What does the Belle Biv DeVoe line go? Backstage, underage, adolescents. How you doing? She replied.
What song is that?
Like to do the wild thing. Do me, baby.
Yeah, backstage. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's never not been a part of a situation. So
No.
maybe he's looking at it as
Look at Elvis and like Jerry Lee Lewis and stuff like that. Those
right.
people.
So if he's in Hollywood and he's doing that shit, ain't nobody batting an eye to it. Yes men around him and they're not batting an eye to it. Who is he to think that he's got a mental issue or a mental problem?
No. It's just that, like, okay, whatever mobs.
No, I'm just saying that's when people are saying like they should seek help. A lot of them probably don't see it. Yeah.
Because, like, okay, so with the mobster thing I was thinking about, whatever, is like, before I lose the train of thought, the man said, is it better to be loved or feared?
Right.
Right? And the man said, you had to be feared. Because he's like, when you're loved and everything, he's like, you tell a joke, you know it's not that funny, but they're still laughing.
They're still laughing.
Right? And
Right.
what movie was that? I can't remember what movie it was.
I can't remember.
But he's like, yo, they're still laughing. I feel like it's like Reservoir Dogs or something like that, whatever. But it was like, yeah, if you tell a joke, you're like, haha, all right, and they're still dying, you're like, my trust issues start kicking, like, all right, now, relax.
Yeah.
I just think you're super funny. All right, but the joke wasn't that funny. You gotta relax. What are you trying to kiss ass for?
Right.
And a light bulb will go off in my head and stuff like, yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes, person. Whatever. But
you're a conscious person like that, right? What if you're a narcissist? Does the alarm go off in your head?
probably not. Probably not, because I'm not.
And Kelly strikes me as somebody that would probably borderline narcissism.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, like I said, it would just be like...
The king of R&B.
Right. You know what I mean? It'd be like telling the king of relationships that you can't tell him he's wrong either, right?
You can't tell him he's wrong.
You can't tell him he's wrong.
Very true. I don't know. I feel like the R. Kelly stuff, okay, yes, he's been put to bed. Do I feel like it's over and stuff? Like, I want to say pertaining to him? Possibly. Somebody said, now this is the time we stop listening to R. Kelly. I don't know. I heard somebody say another thing, that he doesn't own his masters. So
maybe not own them now, because with all the legal stuff like that.
So they said that if you split an R. Kelly song, he's not gonna get money like that. He might get like a royalty check because cause.
Right.
But that's just employee kind of retirement package things.
Yeah.
So as the average person stuff would get that, but like, yo, the royalties and everything, and I think the masters, the ownership that's not his,
right?
Yeah, he's gonna get screwed. So I don't know. I didn't look it up. I don't wish him any ill will anymore, because here's the thing. I've been wishing R. Kelly ill will ever since like the Aaliyah situation. I'm looking like, what kind of fucking grown ass man does this to a 16-year-old when I was so younger? I was closer to age to Aaliyah than he was.
Right, yeah.
I had a thing for Aaliyah. God rest her soul.
Right, yeah.
So I'm looking at him like, the fuck? Leave her for us.
Yeah.
Right? And then when it came to like the P-tape and stuff, when it came to the P-tape, I was looking like, yo, this guy is wild. And he still wasn't seeing no jail time.
Right.
So maybe all the Batman shit, I didn't see him, like, you know what, vigilante justice is going to catch up to him. I'm not going to get that guy no kind of thing. His music is his music.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the monster and stuff behind it, like, it is what it is. I wrote him off and stuff of like, when I hear, oh, he has sex cults and people are still giving their kids to him for like record deals and everything. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I need to know your drug dealer. And whatever the fuck he's selling y'all, I want double that shit, because how are you buying boozled? And most of these people are like are older than me, like, and they were parents before, like their kids are probably like my age. I was like, huh?
And whatever he was still making money off of, it's nothing current. He hasn't done anything that was really substantial that was current. It's all past hits. So to say where I'm gonna send my daughter to R. Kelly because, you know, you're still looking at him for his past hits, Nah, he's not what's in right now, and he's probably not gonna get. He might know the people we need to be connected with, but he's in a stage where probably nobody in the industry takes him seriously anyway, because they know the entire story,
Very true.
what's going on, and it's like
We don't
we
need
can
you.
touch him, or you know what I mean. He's poison to touch, so we'll just let him be R. Kelly, the once time great over there.
Over there. We replace you with Trey Songz. He pees on people too. And women go crazy over
There
him
you
as
go.
well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And so far, he hasn't locked up
no
anybody.
charge, no
He
charge,
hasn't locked
no
up
locked up
anybody,
anybody.
so we can safely stay
Yeah.
there.
so I see it. I don't know. Let me ask you this now. So earlier in the week, we discussed this thing with Ari Fletcher and Moneybags, right?
Right.
Moneybag Yo. The real, I want to say, panel, the real daytime TV show panel, had their choice words to say about everything pertaining to Ari Fletcher giving her boyfriend acres of land.
Yeah.
And we talk about the generational wealth into it and everything like that, but they're saying like it's a girlfriend, she's a girlfriend, not a wife, doing wife shit.
Right.
To my knowledge now, like I thought about that and stuff because I stand by it. Like, yeah, there's girlfriend shit, fiance shit, wife shit.
Right.
There's levels to it on their side. I don't think there's levels to it on our side. I feel like we have to do husband shit from out the rib. You agree or disagree? I feel like for men and stuff, it's just been husband roles across the board.
So you think if it was the other way around, there would have been no question of him buying her the 40?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
No question. Because look at all the rappers and look at all the entertainers that buy
But I was
women
about to
Birkin bags and all this type of stuff. And these things are like chain.
True.
And that's not generational shit. They
True.
might resell it back. And there's no yo, remember the freestyle we were watching with the dude? He's like,
Yeah.
I will never let a woman make me feel less of a man if I don't buy her a Birkin.
Yeah.
That now kind of set a standard. To saying like, oh, if he's not doing this for you and all the above, other way around, we just have to do husband shit across the board.
But I think there's levels to it. I mean, if she comes to you and looks at you and knows that you're not Birkin status, I don't think she's expecting the Birkin bag.
But it's not even a Birkin thing. But okay, it's
But when you say
Husband?
you say doing husband things right off the rip,
okay. Husband things off the rip. One thing to me would be like, you know how where it's kind of like some women, like I say, if you were fresh and new dating,
yeah,
right? They expect you to be established and all that type of stuff.
right,
In your world, you're probably saying, I don't want to speak for you, but you'll probably quantify and say, within 2 years, we'll see how this goes, and if any case, we could probably possibly share a residence together,
right,
right?
Right.
We'll see how this flow and go with things and stuff is, right?
right.
In her world, her peoples are probably telling her all types of stuff and everything like, oh, so y'all not living together? Y'all been together for like over a year and what, when you go over his house and everything like that?
Right.
He paid the bills over here yet? There's certain expectations that's supposed to be there. So say if she becomes unemployed and stuff, whatever, like let's say within a year
Yeah,
and everything like that, the goal, or I want to say the expectation and stuff is that she's not going back home to her parents or to a family member. She's going to you. You as men have to just pick up the slack and just do it. Am I lying?
what type of man? What type of modern man is? Leave me in my caveman life. You're going back home to mama.
Send her home to her mama. Yo, but they're gonna look at you and stuff like, yo, you let your girl go out there like that?
You know what it is? You know what it is for me right now? I think that it's become to the point where women have achieved so much on their own. For a lot of Black women, they've been in a position that's better than the Black man.
That's a fact.
And just women in general have become more assertive in their lifestyle and so forth. So not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's all the women that you're going to meet that are going to be looking for you to be that provide and whatever off the rip. I think a lot of women are just looking for someone who could be at least an equal.
No one's gonna be your equal.
But no one is going to be an equal. But I think that's what women have come to think.
But we've been conditioning.
I need somebody that...
We've been conditioning our girls and stuff like that for years, for decades and stuff like that. You probably told your daughter, don't settle for less. It's just been a natural thing.
Right.
But you're telling your daughter and stuff, don't settle for less, and you're telling her to strive and be the best that she can be.
Yes.
So if she's the best of the best in her realm and stuff, whatever, it's kind of hard to find the best of the best on the opposite sex for her to kind of actually ideally date or be with.
Right.
She might be on top tier, let's say Fortune 500 status, and the guy she might meet might be like a 30K a year dude.
But I don't think when I say settling for less doesn't have to necessarily be
income.
It doesn't necessarily have to be monetary, right? It's got to be.
No, that was just an example.
Right. It's got to be, if I bring something to a table, you also have to bring something to the table. And it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary, but it's got to be, we got to be able to match each other in some way, somehow, right? And I think like
matching how? Because my thing and stuff is that, what if you don't cook, your woman cooks? Are you going to match her on cooking level? Like you guys
I wouldn't match her on cooking levels, but there's probably some stuff that I could do that maybe she can't.
And
do.
I don't feel like that's matching. I just feel like it's stuff for you guys just make it work, because match to me means the same.
Right.
So if you guys are doing the same thing, it's canceled out.
Okay, so maybe not matching. Maybe matching is not the proper word for it. Maybe, but and I don't want to say coexisting, because that's not what you're doing either. You're. Is it a compromise? Give and take. You do whatever you possibly can bring to the table of the relationship, and I take that, and I give whatever I possibly can to the relationship, and you take that.
I say goals and roles. Goals
and roles.
Yeah, because my thing is stuff. If the goal is for us to be together, happy, and all the above,
yeah,
I don't really look at the thing and stuff like pertaining to like income or status or all those other things, or what you can do and I can do. If you make me feel good,
yeah,
and I'm not losing part of my soul to be with the set person and all the above, I don't have no problem. I don't have no qualms. And that's the reason why I feel like we've raised our boys like that in society the past few decades, but not our girls like that. Because we've raised our boys to the point where like you can have a guy who's a Fortune 500 type of status and set dude will date a girl that might work in a grocery store or a pretty woman type, you know? But then the other way around, we said, pretty dude. Like, how often does a pretty dude situation work? So now you have Ari buying her man this acres of land. I'm for it, but I'm like, yes, she's not doing. That's a wife move.
But when I look at stuff like that and looking at the realm that it's in, I don't even look at it as a wife move. I look at it more of a flex. Like I can go, I can buy you this shit over here, but I can also buy you this. So I'm gonna buy you this because I can do it, not because. Oh, it's a wife thing and a wife should be doing it. It's not because it's not a girlfriend thing and a girlfriend should be doing it. It's because it's a flex thing, and ain't nobody else out here can say that they bought their man 40 acres.
So it's more of a show off purpose than more of a building a relationship thing.
I think so.
And that's what I'm saying. People are doing it for the show. They're not doing it for the person.
And listen, I could be wrong. That's how I feel.
That's how you feel when you're looking at the situation.
Because typically, you're right. That would be goals. Like this is like a woman who's looking to further her relationship.
Yeah, I'm trying to build something.
You.
Yeah,
I'm building you this instead of me buying you something that's going to depreciate. I'm going to build something that's going to appreciate over time that both of us can have.
Right.
Yes, that's a wife goal. If you're buying it off the rip because you can, that's a flex.
Okay, I dig it. I see it. No, I see it. I look at it probably just along those lines because we don't know exactly why.
No, we don't know.
We're speculating.
She could be madly in love with him and see a future. And this is her saying, "I am serious," but at the same time, it's a hell of a flex. Which man is out there saying, "Yo, my woman just bought me 40 acres"?
Not this one right here.
I ain't saying
it.
I can't even say I'm getting a bust down Gucci.
True.
You know what I mean?
So do you think there's boyfriend roles and boyfriend and husband roles?
I think there used to be boyfriend roles and husband roles.
And now they're all together.
I think the dynamics has changed. I think I think it's confusing to know what role is what in this day and age. What's a husband role from what's a boyfriend role? Because niggas out here doing the most.
They expect you to do the most from the like from Gusto.
They're out here doing the most.
You've been in a long-term relationship for years.
Right.
Decades.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, you might not be able to see our plight like how we see it and stuff, but out here, I want to say, as a man dating, like they expect you to have some shit. They expect you to have some shit. Even when you look at some like these dating profiles or some shit like when we talk to some women, I need a man with Let a dude say that shit once. I need a woman like, oh, you're sexist. Not every woman is an object. You're just a bastard, just like your species. Y'all said the same thing. Y'all said the same thing.
Yeah, the standards to this thing, though. Yeah, you know this. You know this.
I feel like there's. I think the only difference between boyfriend goals and roles and boyfriend rules and husband rules.
Yeah.
I think
the age of the girlfriend.
Is it? Yo, that might be that's another. I would
the age of the girlfriend, probably.
I'm gonna probably put my vote on the husband has more talk pertaining to sex. he has more of a leg to stand on. And
he
stuff
has more leg?
I feel like a husband and stuff, you're like, took you to the altar. I'm here.
Yeah.
I am here.
Yeah.
You shouldn't deny me. I want a threesome with Martha next door. Like, he has these kind of things. I don't think boyfriend can start some shit like that.
Boyfriend just has to keep us cool.
He has to wait till you throw a rock on it and stuff, whatever. And then suffer through the years of no sex and the struggle and everything and stuff, whatever. Like, yo, I've been here through the trenches.
Then make the demands.
Don't get that. Yes.
Then make the demands.
Yes.
I got it. I see it.
Like, I feel like you got to put some weight on some time and some weight.
Yeah. You can't come crashing through the gate.
No, but they expect you got to do the most and stuff, whatever. I need you to hold my hair and you vomit. Well, you shouldn't be getting drunk like that till you fucking vomit. Relax yourself. You're not wife yet. You're allowed to. We're wife. When we go somewhere, you turn into a wino. We drive home like, I got to carry your ass inside the house, huh? Fuck.
Yeah.
My back hurt.
Well, you're wife.
Fuck.
Well, you are wife.
I do love you because you are wife and we're here. Yeah. But if you're a girlfriend, you're like, shit, I want to be a mama can scoop you.
I was like, I'll just come wake your ass up in the car tomorrow morning.
Right.
Next day, you come to the window. Yo, get up. No, never mind. I'm going to get my wallet. We go get some breakfast.
You know, she'd be like, why you ain't waking me? I wake my wife up. You girlfriend, though? I was like, you know what? I tell you, when you fiance, we'll revisit this conversation again.
I figure this is your car. If you're going to throw up, you good.
You good.
Yeah.
You got to clean this up.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you. Which marriage would last longer? A monogamous one or a polyamorous one? What do you feel in your opinion? You've been living a monogamous and then you probably don't know too many people in a polyamorous.
I have no clue. In a legal one.
Teacher, pick me. What the fuck does that mean? A legal one?
Well, all three participants
know about each other?
That's a legal one. An illegal one?
I love it.
There might be a few of those. I don't know. It's hard to say. I want to say it's going to be dependent on the people.
I feel like it's a people thing. It's always going to be a people thing, but I feel like for some other reason...
You think the poly would last longer?
The reason why I feel like the poly would last a little longer is because...
It'd take longer than three people to get tired of each other than it would two? That's how I would how I would look at it.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, so say 10 years, you do a monogamous thing. Like, I feel like if you're a married couple and you say you just want to open up shit
and
everything, I'm assuming you start off monogamous.
Right.
And then you realize, you know what? One man can't satisfy her and vice versa and everything, but you know for a fact this person is who you love.
Yeah.
It's not who you lust like that.
Right.
You need more to quench your lust.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of times it'll come to a point where the polyamorous people, I guess until they're able to, I want to say either hit their limit. The reason I want to say limit is because it's kind of like, even if their body tells them like, you know what? we're over this sex thing, or we've hit our limit on like our sexual desires,
Yeah.
they'll just kind of wind it back down to the original person they were with,
Right.
right? In an open one. If it's a throuple, I feel like it might come to a point where sex is not really the high demand.
Right.
It's kind of like the companionship between the three.
Right. Right.
So they're like, oh, you guys have sex every night? No, we don't. We probably have sex like even just like a regular married couple might have it like once a week or twice a week.
Yeah.
But it's just more the companionship and the camaraderie and no one's alone and everything like that. Because, yeah, some people are happy like being by themselves.
Yeah.
And some people aren't. I want to say I'm okay with a duration by myself, probably like when I got shit to do.
Yes.
When I got shit to do, yeah. But if I don't mind the company of people.
Yeah.
Whether it be like friends or somebody, you know?
I mean, at least when you have stuff to do, your mind is occupied, right? So it's not like you're there by yourself.
Left with the free thought by
right,
yourself. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So that's why I look at it, women like, I feel like polyamorous stuff, but you think monogamous might shake though?
Yeah, I think
Like what would be the strength you see for the monogamous side?
the strength.
Yeah. To say that the monogamous marriage will last longer.
I mean, I don't know if there would be any strength other than you guys know each other like the back of the hand after a certain amount of time.
I feel like a polyamorous would know that too.
Yeah, they would know that. I don't know. Maybe a feeling of there's no feeling of competition. I would have to look at that as a possible advantage. Because even within a throuple or a poly type relationship, someone is probably gonna like somebody maybe just a little bit more, and there's always a situation where someone can feel a little bit less love, and maybe I don't know if that would be affecting.
No, you're right. I can see that happening, but I don't feel like it wouldn't be any less on the monogamous side. The reason why I say that is because let's say there's some women, I know some women personally, their husband doesn't give them compliments.
Right.
So say like they do their hair and everything like that. I had a woman at work and stuff telling me the other day, I was like, shit, you look different. You did little highlights, little cut and swoosh and stuff with the hair. And she's like, I've been doing it for like the past 2 weeks and everything. She's like, thank God you seen it, because I was gonna go to my hairstylist and tell her like, you know, she's due to go to hairstylist.
Yeah.
And the hairstylist tell her that she's gonna need a new do.
Right.
Because she's like, her husband hasn't even noticed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't mean to like fuck him up, but my thing and stuff is that, okay, let's say she looks at me like, you know what? I had a thing for Marv.
Right.
Or I find Marv, I dig Marv. And she's like, oh, shit, Marv's not paying me attention. Fucking asshole at the house ain't paying me no attention. So he might be none the wiser and stuff with her, but like, yo, you just because you don't think there's no competition, that doesn't mean there's not a competition.
Of course.
For all you know, why we're here and stuff doing a podcast, there could be like 3 dudes send your wife a dick pic. Hope it's not happening.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah,
your wife is an attractive woman.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you just can't be oblivious or assume that it's not happening.
No, you'd be a fool to just assume that.
So I'm saying, but the polyamory side, the person's just there.
Right.
But the monogamous side, the person is still there. You just can't see them.
I guess. But I mean, if you're going that far into that relationship and you're looking at the longevity, because we are talking about the longevity aspect, would last longer. I think at that point you might be past that fear and be thinking, well, if we've rocked this long with just the two of us, I can almost safely bet that it is just the two of us, and I'm not really fearing any type of competition.
Okay.
Plus, your ass is old. You're like that. We're going back to Marvel old, where you only gonna get married twice. Better hope that second one work out, bro. Better hope that second one work out, bro.
I hope.
Polyamorous or monogamous, whatever. What works for you? You know, I mean, just make it work.
I can do a throuple right now.
You can do a throuple?
Me and 2 women. If it's me, another guy, and a woman,
yeah,
I need my own bedroom.
You need your own bedroom?
I need my own bedroom.
Soundproof.
Soundproof. We not doing her at the same damn time. We're not gonna do that. Let's enjoy her at our one at a time, and I'll let her know, like, oh, you were there last night? It's okay. Rest up in here. You can lay down and sleep in here. I know you've been distant, Marv. Yeah, I want to fuck with y'all. I'm here for the free ride and the bills to be paid.
That's it.
So
That's it.
I mean, that's my goal and role there.
That's your goal.
No, because I'm looking at like, okay, so Will and Jada, their thing and stuff. And the other day I was listening to Alicia Keys, Unbreakable.
Right.
And like in Unbreakable, she's mentioning like, I guess like known black couples.
Yeah.
She's like, we could be together like Will and Jada. Or Kamora and Russell making paper, but they're not together no more. But then Ludacris had a song. It was kind of similar to Alicia Keys. It's called "Let's Stay Together." So he was mentioning all other black celebrity couples that have been breaking up.
Right.
And I was like, I'm happy when people are together and they make this journey so far. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
Longevity, Will and Jada, I feel like they have the longevity. The August Alsina shit last year, then entanglement. I even forgot about it. I say entrapment.
The entanglement?
The entanglement thing and stuff. I feel like Will, that it made Jada look a type of way.
Yeah.
But I want to say we pitied Will more than anything else because it's kind of like Will has this iconic figure look to most households.
Right.
That he's like this super good, nice guy, super philanthropist and motivational coach and everything.
Yeah.
And you do this shit to him.
He's clean cut.
Clean cut.
Yeah.
Clean cut. Right. Rapper and no cursing.
Right.
Right. He's clean cut and now you do some shit like this to him. So now, and I guess in average people standards or poor people world, that's normal grounds for divorce.
Yeah.
They're still going on strong. They even opened up recently that they have an open marriage. So I'm looking like, maybe that's the reason why y'all shit kind of working, because everybody fucking everybody.
Everybody fucking everybody.
And we always assume that for Hollywood and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the polyamory way might be the way to go.
Might be the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me ask you this. Why do most men in long-term relationships say you have to pick your battles when it comes to women?
Why do they say that?
Yeah. A lot of OGs, I always hear them say it. You said it to me sometimes too. You got to pick your battles.
Yeah, I mean, because you're not going to win everything.
It's not about a win. Like, why does a battle have to be like? What do you consider a battle?
Young whippersnapper.
Yes, explain to the young whippersnapper. Explain to the young whippersnapper.
It's a game of compromise, man. The relationship is a game of compromise.
So,
right? So you gotta understand. Listen,
she comes at you. Oh, okay, she comes at you.
It's like the NBA, right?
All right.
I got the super talented MJ on my team.
Okay.
Right? I already won about 3-4 championships. I'm good. I mean, I know my team is kind of breaking down now. It's might be time for me to start rebuilding. Right?
Okay.
You say, okay, you'll take my MJ. You're not sure if he's still going to be the MJ of old, but you're banking on that 3 rookie draft picks that might be coming down the pipeline, right? You see that draft coming.
Okay.
So that $2 million, that one season, MJ might not be worth it, but you're willing to give. Because something coming down the pipeline, it's going to be greater. See, when you're a husband now, you learn that. See, you don't mind the 1 or 2 arguments that you're going to concede to. Because down the pipeline, there's going to be an argument. When you're going to need those aces to draw.
Okay, so this is the petty...
Baby!
This is the petty walk. This is the petty walk coming back?
Baby, remember back then?
Baby, what you got my way?
Yes.
Petty Wap has
Remember
risen.
back then, baby, when you... And I said, okay, we'll do you. Now it's time to do me. So you gotta pick your battles.
Petty Wap.
You gotta pick your battles, Marv.
Yikes. I look at it as this. Not every confrontation is a battle.
No.
So my thing and stuff is that, well, okay, women asked us earlier within the week, which is more scarier when a woman says, I have a question or we need to talk,
Right.
right? Either or my anxiety is going to go off. Either
or your
Either or my anxiety is triggered and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I could be doing what I could be just laying down, watching whatever, enjoying myself. Question for you. Be like, what's up, babe?
Huh?
What's up? No, you gotta pause your show. No, I think I need to pause my show. What's up? And it's just to get to it and everything. Now, hopefully the conversation just like this. I prefer all our conversations to be a more discussion.
Right.
It shouldn't be a battle. If it's a battle, I feel like something's up with the relationship, no? I feel like that's toxic if it's always a battle.
Yeah, but I think when we say choose your battles, why I think we use that battle term loosely. We're not always saying that it's always going to be a battle, but there's gonna be some parts.
I hear some guys that you can't argue with a woman. And it's not even arguing. You're not even trying to argue with the woman.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like they're using the term.
But they make it into an argument, though.
They use the term loosely, and you can argue with a woman.
You cannot?
You can.
Oh, you can.
Despite what some men will tell you, you can, and you can actually win too. You can win.
No, you win, of course.
Yeah.
There's victory is always going to be involved. It's just that it's going to be that sweet victory you're hoping for. Because I silenced some noise and stuff, whatever. Hell, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I silenced some noise. I'm like, all right, it's kosher. So we getting close and stuff to watch a little show. The canoodle, try to canoodle.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's good with you? You still upset?
So come on, nigga.
Let it go.
You know you can't silence no noise and have it go back to normal.
It's a battle. That's what I'm saying. That's a battle. Because in the other way around and stuff, I'd have been like, yo, all right, I fucked up. My bad.
Yeah.
Come sit right here, man. Let's move on and keep it pushing and stuff. Be like, I'm right, you're wrong. Men are so stupid. Then it's the other way around. Be like, he hits you with the beatbox. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm like, what? Like, what?
No, she's all petty wop.
Oh, petty wop.
No, she's all petty wop.
Petty wop. That's what I thought, man. So I was like, yo, that seemed too legit for me, for my liking. I'm like, I'm not looking for an everyday guy to battle. I'm not saying that a battle will happen every day.
Yeah.
But the frequency, within a year time frame, I'm getting like probably about 200 battles. Yeah, I'm gonna opt out.
I think they're using the term battles lightly. It could be as simple as, throw the garbage out. All of a sudden, that's a battle. This is like, nah, dude, it's not a battle. It's a normal request. She didn't want to throw the garbage out. She asked me to throw the garbage out. Why I always gotta throw the garbage?
He's stressed.
Yeah,
he needs some happiness. That's why it's not happy wife, happy life. No. Happy spouse, happy house. When everybody's happy, that's when the house is happy.
Spouse, happy house, happy spouse. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man. It's like, yo, all right, you happy? I'm not. I'm like, you think it'd be kosher? Yo, it's rough out here, man. One last thing I asked about the relationship thing and stuff, whatever. We'll get out the relationship convo. Do men want to spend time with their women in a relationship? Because I feel like a lot of women from even way back when, the stuff from R&B songs that we heard from back in the day.
Yeah.
You're out with your man, kicking it with your boys and all the above. And then now, I feel like sometimes when you see certain dudes, if they're out with their girls,
right,
I feel like the women have the happy energy for the both of them.
Yeah.
That's what I see. Like, I feel like the guy's kind of reluctant at times and stuff, whatever, for like the I want to say the small day-to-day stuff. Or even like the dinner thing. I think if it's a brand new woman,
yeah,
the enthusiasm, you can see the enthusiasm and stuff kind of will show more to me, to like for men. But I think when it's a normal dance, he's like, yo, We could have got this shit to go at the house.
But I also think it also depends on like the type of woman, right? Like, let's say if you have a woman that's into sports or into, let's say, the choices of music that you listen to, right?
Right.
Then typical stuff that you would go out and probably enjoy with your boys, you can most likely go out and enjoy with your significant other, right? Like if you like, if she's a basketball head, oh hell, you can both go to the basketball game and have just as much fun as you would probably go. Maybe not just as much fun, but a good time that you would have with your boys. If you don't have a significant other who's into that sort of stuff, that's still a part of you that you want to enjoy, right? So that's where that chilling with your homies time fulfills that, right? But you still got to understand that, okay, I'm a part of this relationship and I also got to nurture this relationship too. So that might be compromising in what you're used to doing, right? She might like going to plays. That may not be your thing, right?
But you're making effort.
But you're gonna make the effort too. So that's where you get when the girlfriend look more happy and the boyfriend look like he just tagging along. Cause
I want to do date nights on Fridays. Like, fuck, I'm tired on Fridays. All right, if you want to go out to eat, fuck it, we'll go. So he's there, tired as fuck. She's like, I couldn't wait to come here.
She take a picture of her.
He's like, yo, can we wrap this shit up and go home, man? I'm tired, man. But yeah, okay. When you explain it like that, wise words from a long-term relationship, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if she's somebody who's typically like your every stinking interest, like I look at I look at my neighbors. I can't remember the lovely couple's name, but their interest is photography, right? So wherever they go as like a couple, you see they take shots, they this, that, and the third. So like that's something I can see them doing more together than I can see them doing apart with their other friends.
Right.
Right? Because it's not something that maybe they share with their other friends.
Right.
So I guess it depends on maybe the interest.
Well, I know.
Also.
I want to say you answered a lot of people's questions and stuff like that too, because when a woman asked me that question earlier this week, I was like, I couldn't answer that.
Right.
Because I told you, I'm like, I guess I'm more on the kind of like the borderline clingy thing.
Yeah.
But I need my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And I'm an anime head. So when it comes down to like, let's say, me and Ben Dillinger going to beatbox and stuff about some shit like within that world.
Right.
I won't expect my significant other to be for that. Like that. Now, if she's already about that life, like the same thing with the hooping thing.
Right.
If she's already like an NBA head and everything like that, it's a win-win.
It's a different story.
Because everybody else is having Netflix and chill. We're having Crunchyroll and chill. Whatever, right? Yeah. Like we're like, oh, babe, we're going to watch this together. We're going to watch 2 episodes. All right. Yeah, but if we're not on that level, yo, give me a little time for me.
I mean, the illest thing with you and your ex is that y'all play Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a situation where if you couldn't be doing anything, she be having your phone and be working shit for you. Yeah, vice versa. You know what I mean? It's like, how many relationships would work like that?
That's true.
Right? Where you have a girlfriend, we can say, yo, hon, shit, I left my phone at home. Can you load up, go and they'll do it for you. Yeah. Most women be like, nigga,
sit your ass down. You're right. Well, I want to say, you know what, you brought up a valid point because in my brain and stuff went off and it said, it's not really about settling. You really have to try and find somebody who you're compatible with. Yeah. Compatibility is like a must.
It's a big thing.
It's a must because if you guys are compatible with the fact that you guys share the same interests with certain type of things,
right?
I think the spending more time will lead to the longevity that people are asking for.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at it from this standpoint, right? Mm. You rarely find a scientist who's not with another scientist who's actually married outside of that realm of science. And if they are married, it's usually to somebody who's in that same scientific field. because they spend so much waking time on the one thing, and that's their particular interest that they form a bond around it.
You know, the funny thing, when you said that, I have a friend. He's like the black sheep of the family, though. But his pops is a lawyer. His brother's a lawyer. His mom is a doctor. I'll tell you why. But it lines up to what you're saying. The sister-in-law is a lawyer. And I think like the person they try to put him on with, whatever, to date in his younger days.
Right.
She's a lawyer too.
Okay.
Why the mom isn't a lawyer and the mom's a doctor? The father used to work for the mother's father at a law firm. She came through a few times.
Yeah.
Because she's a pediatrician.
Right.
He seen her. He was smitten.
Yeah.
They end up dating. Da-da-da.
See?
Family dinners is basically he's going to his boss's house.
Right.
To see his girl.
Right.
Until she became his and they got married and da-da-da.
Yeah.
Their kids, like I said, his son, one of his sons, is married to another lawyer.
Right. Right.
So you're right.
Yeah.
Because in that realm, like whatever, jargon, section code, 8- thing, they all can get the joke at the damn table.
Exactly, right? And only a few people are gonna understand you.
Yeah, very true.
Right?
Very
few people are gonna understand why you put up such long hours at the job and so forth. Like a regular girl wouldn't understand that. She probably want to reap the benefits of whatever you bring in. You know what I mean? But there's there's not gonna be no compatibility issues. She gonna be that housewife that's gonna give your kitty cat to every mailman that come into town. There's no connection between you other than your money.
Once again, that's Dr. Pettywop with the relationship therapy. Dr. Pettywop. Thank you, folks. Let's get to the question of the week.
Get to the question of the week. Question of the week.
Question of the week. Are you ready? Would you rather prove aliens are real or prove ghosts are real? You only pick one. And I know you want to do both.
I want to do both, man. But if I gotta pick one, I'm gonna pick aliens.
Why aliens first, though? I'm curious.
Why aliens?
Why aliens? Because you've been in a situation where you had paranormal activity happen to you in your own fucking house.
Yeah.
You want to prove the shit that... Because to me, because you explained the same story so many times, I feel like it's real.
They are real already?
It's real. But I'm like, bro, can I see some footage? Like, yo, if I see the footage where you like... I'd be like, oh, shit. Yo, throw this bitch on YouTube.
And I think that's the reason why I want to prove aliens are real, because I already know the ghosts.
You already know ghosts?
I already know the ghosts. Son. I hang out with them.
You know what? I feel like I would rather want to know if ghosts are real.
Yeah.
The aliens first, because the thing and stuff is that I guess alien, we're using the extraterrestrial thing, right? We haven't discovered everything that's fucking here yet.
No.
To say we're gonna try and now understand some shit outside our stratosphere. That's what I always say. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers need to stop going up in space and figure out what's in our oceans. Do that first.
Check this out though. What if ghosts can transcend spirits? What if they can go to the stratosphere? And what if they can exist out in space? What if the space ghosts? Do aliens have ghosts?
Stop smoking your type of weed. There's a cartoon called Space Ghosts.
There is a cartoon called Space Ghosts, isn't there?
We're done with this topic. Fuck are you? What if? Yo, I heard the X-Files theme go off in my head. I heard. Yo.
But think about it. If humans,
you see how much fucking conspiracy you threw out there?
If humans could have ghosts.
Yes.
It'd be logical to understand.
I feel like everything can have ghosts. Because I feel like if you eat a pizza,
right,
your poop is, or your fart is a ghost of your meal.
Ghost of pizza past.
I'm not fucking with you no more. Folks, this is our last show ever. I ain't coming back no more. I'm done. No, I'm done. Ghost of, say it one more time.
Ghost of pizza past. That's what happened.
It's so dumb, but it's brilliant.
That's what happened.
It's so brilliant. It's so true. Oh my God. I'm getting hot now. Yo, you coming in hot, Smooth, man. Shut up, man. This is your day. This is your day.
Today's my day?
Today's your day, man. Let's get to Ask the Sons. First question to Ask the Sons comes from Anime King. What up? What is overly sexualized but shouldn't be?
Anime.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, because I'm in that world and I kind of bypass it. Yo, it'll be a basic thing where I guess the overall goal of like specific animes is about, let's say, if you're the main character, you getting stronger and you getting power or you mastering your martial art. Yeah. But they'll throw a big titty ass chick in there. Somewhere. She got nothing to do with your fucking training. Somewhere. She just go to your school. Yeah. And I'm like, why her titties got to jiggle every time she stepped though? I'm like, why?
Every time she says hi. Hi.
Hi. Well, I was thinking about that yesterday. Be like, what purpose does this serve? Me, I was thinking about like, you know, anytime I watch like an ice cream commercial.
Really?
Or like a shower gel commercial.
Shower gel.
I feel like they put that bitch in like some slow motion and it's like some, when they touch the loop on the body, it's like some, or even it's like a Caucasian commercial. I call it a Caucasian commercial when they just put the soap on their hands and rub their body like, Irish Spring.
Well, I mean, they made a living out of the Herbal Essence commercal actually just...
It's shampoo.
Just literally giving it to you.
Yes. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right.
I feel like some of the commercials, they just do the most. Like, yeah. Next one comes from Soul Taker. What is your darkest desire?
My darkest desire.
A Thanos finger snap. No, that's my super darkest. I think my light darkest desire. Yeah. I always wanted to do that pop-up pokeroo shit on people. Like, you know, if you're across the street staring at somebody, and then a bus come by and then you vanish. I want to do that to somebody so fucking bad. I tried to do it, it didn't work.
Did it work?
I seen a bus coming, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go across the street, don't I? So I was looking at stuff for that, and the person like about to come across the street. So when the bus came, I ducked down and hid behind the other car, and they're looking like, "Where'd the guy go in the green hoodie?" I had a green hoodie on there. They're like, so I ducked down and stuff. I was tying my shoelace and stuff for her. So I was tying my shoelace and everything. Yeah. And she's like, "I thought you were a ghost." She crossed the street. I was like, "Why?" She's like, "You were there, and then the bus passed by, and then it's like you're a figment of my imagination." I'm like, "Yo, I want to do that shit to somebody." For real. That wasn't planned. I want to plan that shit.
You gotta plan it. You gotta plan it and pull it off.
But the ultimate darkest thing, whatever, yo. Thanos snap. Yo, I
always be wanting to have my own like villain layer.
Oh, like your own Legion of Doom type shit?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like in one of those James Bond movies where you would just have like that, you have the layer.
There's like a fireplace.
Yeah, there's like
man, bro. Open space and your bar. Like
I got my own security SWAT team that they just walk around and just.
I want that too.
It's like, I want that. It's like always off the cuff, off the radar layer. I'm like, damn it. Are there real villains in the world like that? Could you imagine there is, bro?
You have to, because if you don't fuck with the world like that, or you're trying to hide from the world, you got to bring your world.
Like I wouldn't even say like maybe like villains. I wouldn't say villains, but like the super rich, like the one of the 1%ers. They must got.
They have to, man. Look, okay, think about it. Batman was an animated show or a comic book,
right? When
Bruce Wayne got older and stuff like that, before he chose like predecessors, or successors, he's by himself. By himself. I remember when Batman Beyond came out, he was in a situation with Bruce Wayne, I think it's like his 60s, 90s. He's like in his early millions. He's up there in age.
Right.
He doesn't have that dexterity, the movement, the agility, like how he used to when he was a younger Batman. Yeah. So he has to choose a successor.
Right.
And the dude was like, yo, you never leave your house, Bruce. You should go out more and stuff, whatever. Like your company's run itself. Yeah. He's like, I have everything I want in here. Why do I need to go out there? Layer.
That's the layer, man.
I need to deck out my layer then.
Yeah. We need to get popping. Trying to get this layer before I'm 60.
Last one comes from Kit Kat 88. What irrational fear did you have as a kid and thought you would grow out of it? Fuck you. You always laugh at me. Sleeping with the closet door open, folks. This is a real issue. I look at that camera, and this camera.
You gotta sleep.
I look at all the cameras.
You gotta close the closet doors when you sleep?
I have to close the closet doors when I sleep. I know there's no damn demon in there, but I just don't feel comfortable with that thing. When I was younger, I used to think like, creatures come at night, monsters out,
right,
and everything like that. Irrational as hell, but I can't shake it. Like, I remember one night, I didn't sleep with my curtain closed because I had to get up early, and I was like, the sun was still coming up, summertime, right?
Right.
I had blackout curtains. So I said, fuck it, I leave the curtains open and stuff. And I think like a little bit of light kind of shining through the window, like onto like the closet.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the closet when I was dozing off. And I literally got up to make sure the closet was fully shut. Both closets, like, because I got a walk-in closet and I got the other sliding closet. I'm like, now I can fucking sleep.
Yeah, I'm a fan of closing doors too, and I won't lie. But mine would be sex in the automobile brings bad luck.
That's real, no?
I think it's real.
It's real.
Others would probably just beg to differ and think that's an irrational thought.
It's real.
But guess what? I'm not about to try it.
It's real.
And test fate.
I'm going to tell you something.
It's real?
Okay.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real, okay.
The reason why it's a real deal, Holyfield, to me is because...
Well, that's I got too much confirmation on it to say
people?
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. My last car.
Yeah, last car?
I received oral in it. And oral is still a version of sex, a form of sex.
Right.
And they said, you're not supposed to have sex in the car.
Right.
Car went up to the great car lot in the sky with the car accident I had earlier this year.
Oh, that whip? It was in that whip?
Yeah. It was in Red Rocket, man. I didn't fuck in my old car. But then when I got this car and stuff, and I'm like, check me out. Look what it cost me. It's a real fear. I understand.
You thought you was Nori? Getting head in the whip and not crashing it. Then only your ass crash after a while.
I was like, damn, lost the car. And then I heard somebody say, like, yeah, you're not supposed to have sex in your car, you jinx car. But it was in like a later conversation, like sometime, like car accident was in February. And this conversation was in like in May or something like that. I was like, yeah, I never had sex in my car. But I was like, wait, I got head in that. I'm like, but I was like, no, it wasn't close to each other. But I'm like, nah, it's still in the same car. Because everything took place in like the 2020 August, and I crashed out in February 2021.
Countless of stories I've heard, man.
It's real. It's a real deal.
It's real. You get the warning. You get a car, that's the first thing they tell you. Don't have sex in your car.
Yeah. That's what they should do, man. Okay. We it, man. That's it. We out there, man.
All right, man.
Nothing but the Soul State of Sons. Before we go, thanks again, folks, for rocking with us. We'll send you off for the week with a little bit of motivation. Even when you get to this, you still have the motivation to use and abuse and take it how you see fit.
That is right.
Don't forget, we have our Soul State of Sons page. You can exclude these two guys' faces, but with just our thoughts and motivational questions.
Coming straight at you.
So the one we have for this week is... Oh, this is it. This is friggin' fitting.
It's fitting?
People who do not know how to communicate think everything's an argument. So say the
So
Sons.
says the Sons.
It's not a battle. Not everything has to be a battle.
Nah, take the garbage out, man.
Just communicate. And I think that's the thing. We take communication for granted.
Yes.
Because I think we've come into a wave and an age and stuff where we're passing our words through text, through emails.
Yeah.
And certain things can't really be expressed too much. And certain people, you got to applaud the people who kind of say like, like another one, parentheses, DJ Khaled's voice, parentheses, Because another one, person like, another one what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, like DJ Khaled, but you didn't say that though. And at least another confusion.
Right.
If a communication was proper, there'd be no reason for a possible argument.
Yeah.
So yes.
I think I texted Holly yesterday and she thanked me for my correct use of there.
One of those folks. what do they call the Nazi, the grammar police?
The grammar
Nazis.
Grammar cops, I call them.
Yeah. I run into a few of those too.
I got a few.
Oh, you got a few?
Yeah.
They'll stay on you. They'll wait for haha, I know you weren't perfect. Look at that. You use there the wrong way.
But thank you for Holly, because Holly be catching me when I post stuff and I just correct them.
Yes, man. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the
Thank
difference
you.
between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be good out there.
Peace and love.
Peace.
All right.
The Podical Sons with not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.